The town of Bow Island have now renamed their library the Susan Andersen Library in honor of their former head librarian, Susan Andersen, who suddenly passed away in May 2015. Susan was a member on many community boards and a founding member of the Shortgrass Library System, the first library system in the province.
Susan Andersen was very involved in the library. She started when her kids were little. She's been in the library for 30 plus years, and we thought it would be a nice tribute to her to name the library after her.
Susan will be missed in many ways by this close-knit farming community. When a visitor walked into the library, it was not your typical, quiet reading room experience.
Like I said, her laugh, her voice filled this entire library, and it took me aback at first. I was used to, the stereotype of librarians, everything very hush-hush and quiet. And this was so much more than that. This was someone who made friends with everyone that walked in here and found them what they were looking for. And for me, that was friendship and a place of community connection.
For the first 30 years, the library was a simple one-room design. One of Susan's goals was to have a separate room for kids to learn and encourage reading. In 2008, after close to a decade of fundraising, her dream was realized as construction began on the library's Kids Zone.
One of her passions was this kids zone. When the council chambers moved, Susan saw an opportunity, and when they were finally able to break through the wall, Susan cried that day because it was a fulfillment of those dreams and a fulfillment of bringing a space to Bow Island for children to come and be welcome and be who they are in a safe environment.
According to the library, Susan was a friend and mentor to many in Bow Island. She was active in her community, enjoying curling, golf, and slow-pitch baseball, and was an energetic Lions Club member.
Susan taught me to enjoy life. She always had an energy about her, no matter what she was doing, an excitement she would bring with it.
You knew where you stood with Susan all the time. She had a big heart, like I said, and if you needed anything, she was there. She was always there for you. So it's been hard on the community, definitely.
This year, the library is celebrating its 40th anniversary with a gala on Friday, November 6th at the Multiplex in Bow Island. The event starts at 6 p.m. and features a supper and silent auction. The funds raised will go towards building one of Susan's dreams.
We'd like to build a solarium out behind the library, which was a long-time dream of Susan's, to have a comfortable area where people could sit and read, or we can have some programming.
And what would Susan think of the town's decision to rename the library in her honor?
I think she would be very honored.
In which way?
That her years of dedication to the library and the community in itself was recognized. She was never one to be up in the spotlight and, celebrating, I guess, her personal achievements, so she didn't go unnoticed.
For the staff at the library, it's not only about cherishing the memories of Susan, but continuing to follow her energetic approach to life.
She was single-handedly one of the great forces behind this library. Hearing the stories of 40 years ago when the Bow Island Library first started, and looking at the old pictures and through the old photo albums and comparing that with where we are today, I can't imagine that any of those changes would have happened without Susan's passion and energy.
From Bow Island, for Shaw TV, I'm David G.